Hi everyone, I hope you've all had a nice bank holiday weekend. Welcome to what is going to be the first of two videos this week. Yeah, I'm going to be good and get two videos up. This first one is quite a large collective clothing haul, and then I'm going to get up my February-March favourites. So, clothing haul. Where do we start? Basically, I'm not very happy with my shape at the moment. I've put some weight back on, and I'm desperately trying to lose it and failing miserably. So I really shouldn't be buying clothes, but to be honest, I have been buying clothes. Some things I've bought I can slim into, or that's the aim. So not everything that I've bought fits very comfortably at the moment, but I'm using that as a sort of yardstick to lose a bit of weight. So quite a bit to get through, so I'll get started. First thing, it was a silly item. It doesn't really fall into clothing or anything. Bunny ears. Yeah, I was wearing them the other day. I was wearing them over the Easter weekend. Bunny ears. And there's a very funny photograph on my Instagram. I'll link to my Instagram below, of my Persian Jasper wearing these bunny ears. They were from Poundland. Really silly purchase. Probably won't wear them again, but wore them a bit this weekend. Right, so let's get started. We'll start with the only pair of shoes that I've got. I'm trying to cut down on shoes. In fact, I'm trying to get rid of shoes, full stop. And right, if you read my blog regularly, link below, you will know that I was sent very kindly from Clark's a pair of their Hamble brogues. Gorgeous tan leather brogues, beautiful. I've never had them off my feet. They are ridiculously comfortable. And they were tan, and I love tan, and I wear a lot of tans, camels, things like that. But I decided I want a black pair, but I couldn't, unfortunately, I couldn't justify the cost for a pair of Clark's leather ones. So I found these in the Studio 24 catalogue. They come out around Christmas. They do Christmas cards, wrap, things like that. But they also do, like, they're all year round now, and they have a lot of brands like AX Paris and things. And I saw these. Now, they're not leather, but they are pretty similar to my Clark's ones. They're pleather, obviously. And I think I paid less than £20 for these. They're Dulces, so they're not a bad name. Yeah, they are other materials, so they're pleather. I've worn them once already, hence I've tied the laces together for safety. Yeah, to stop the cats eating my laces. I've worn them once already, and they are pretty comfortable. The only trouble is, being pleather, they absolutely stink to high heaven. So they've been living in the porch to try and get rid of the smell. But yeah, I think they're a pretty good interpretation if you don't want to pay out the full leather ones. A full link to them, it'll be in my blog. Right, next we'll go through the accessories first. Just a few jewellery pieces. Oops. First of all, something that I've actually already done a full blog post on, and it's from a jewellery brand called Iced Rainbow. And I bought a piece from them last year, one of their little leaf necklaces, and I absolutely loved it. But when I saw one of their new collections, which is called Flare and Flourish, I fell in love. And this is why. I'm going to put my hand behind it so you can... And something's just fell on the floor and I've got no idea what it was. There. I don't know how you can say it. It's basically very Mary Quant-esque, daisies, up art circles and things like that. And I absolutely love this necklace. It comes in an orange and a yellow as well, and they also do some other ones, but I absolutely love this one. Full post on my blog, I'll link below. What else? The owner Tom also very kindly put this little key ring in for me as well, because I'm a repeat customer. It's a little yellow daisy, which is really, really sweet. Next up, a couple of more jewellery purchases. This was a set of bangles which came from eBay. Yeah, we just basically got a set of bangles. Plain sort of gold tone bangle with the little chain hanging off it. Some 4 pearls, 4 pearl and 4 gold with a sort of Roman coin charm. Gold ones with a little star charm and a little Eiffel Tower. So yeah, I think that was only about £1, something like that, from eBay, but that's very cute. They're all attached together at the moment, but obviously I'll separate them out so I can wear them separately. Next couple of pieces came from Avon, and I thought this was ridiculously cute. I live next door to an Avon lady at the moment, so it's very hard not to sort of buy things, because you don't feel obliged or anything, but I kind of think, why not? It's only next door. So I got this, which came in the most gorgeous sort of galaxy print packaging, and it's a little star. And inside, well, you can see, there's a little silver tone star, earrings and necklace. I think that's it's really sweet. I actually like stars as a charm anyway, so I couldn't resist that one. So I can't remember how much that was, but there'll be a link in my blog post. I should let you know, I think, if it's still online. This also came from Avon, and I think this was in one of the sale catalogues, so unfortunately I can't remember which stone it is. It might say on the instruction. Let's have a look and see if it says. Quartzite. This one's quartzite, so I'll have to remember that when I do my post. Basically what it is, it's like the sort of popcorny mesh links. I don't know how I can see. And it's got a little stone in the, which I believe is a quartzite. Just stretchy, just a stretchy bracelet. I really liked it. I think they did a tiger's eye one as well in a gold tone. It was from a sale catalogue, and unfortunately I had to look for it online the other night and I couldn't find it. So you never know, sometimes things pop up in the sale brochures if they're not necessarily online. So that was that. There's my shoebox. I can put all that back in my shoebox to make myself a bit tidier. When I film videos, I always end up having to tidy. I film in my mum's room usually because the light's better. And I usually end up having to tidy the entire bed up because I've just flailed my stuff everywhere. Right, let's get next clothing. We'll start with Asda. I've got quite a few bits in Asda. I've been having a couple of meetings, you know, for jobs and some training I'm going to do in Asda with a lady in Asda. It's nothing to do with Asda. It's just that Asda Cafe is the nearest sort of social place in my area, which says a lot. But yeah, and I had a little look at the clothing racks every time I've been in. One time they had a sale on, and first of all I got this. It's a sort of scuba fabric. I'll see if you can see the fabric here. Sort of that shiny scuba fabric. I do actually really like this fabric, as you will see in some of my future purchases. And I love the floral pattern. It's quite a boxy shape, so I think it'll look nice with, say, high-waisted trousers or jeans or something. And it's got a little zip detail down the back. This had been £12 and I've got it for £6. It also came with a skirt, but the skirt was a pencil skirt, and me and pencil skirts don't mix. But I thought that was really pretty. I also got this dress. Yep. And I've put it on the hanger with something else, so I'm all knotted up. Ugh. Right, this dress, which is also from George at Asda, and that's what it looks like. That's the fabric. It's just a pull-on style. The fabric's slightly textured, so you can see here. I don't know why you can see, but it's slightly textured, and it's a floral print. And round the neck, it's sort of a leatherette trim round the neckline. It's just quite plain. It's just something you would wear with black tights or with leggings or something. That was £12, and that was £6. That was £6 as well. Asda. What else came from Asda? The blouse. I love this blouse. Now I've actually gone up a size or two in this because, well, a size, because that was all I had. But I don't honestly care because I'll find a way to wear this. Plus it's quite sheer, so you'll always end up wearing a vest underneath it or something. Basically, it's a sheer sort of cream blouse. Cuff detail. You've got little crystals on the cuffs and the cuff buttons, but it's the neckline that's the thing for me. It's a Peter Pan collar, and on the Peter Pan collar there are four leatherette flowers, and each of them has a crystal in the middle, and I absolutely loved the neckline. that's purely why I bought the blouse, because I fell in love with the neckline. I love daisies, as you may as well have realised. That was £14 and it was 8. I got it for 8, so that's really pretty. I think it'd be nice with jeans or something, but you probably will need to wear something under it because it is quite sheer. Also from Asda was a skirt. Now I'm tempted to go for skirts with elasticated waist, so if I do lose weight then I can take the waists in theory. Right, this was full price, but this is what it is. It's basically a scuba fabric skirt. Again, the scuba fabric. So you can have a closer look at the fabric. It's like slightly shiny, thick, sort of almost a bit like neoprene, what they make wetsuits with. This was full price and this was £12. But it's slightly flippy, bit of scuba, very nice. Like that, love that fabric at the moment. So much so that I bought another skirt in it from boohoo.com. I bought a similar skirt for, well, I got one with my birthday money last year, and it was sort of a dark blue with white flowers on, but I fell in love with this one. And now my only worry is it does seem to be a tiny bit sheer, but I think this was the porcelain print. And I love blue and white at the best of times. I'm my mother's daughter, she adores blue and white. And I just fell in love with this skirt. It's a bit thinner than the Asda one, obviously, but it's the same sort of shiny fabric, but I love the almost like camellias on it. I don't think this has got a price on. It's the KD porcelain print box pleated midi skirt. But that was for Boohoo. If I remember rightly, I got a discount code. They do discount codes most weekends for free delivery or something, so it's worth having a look. But I absolutely love that. That's when I need to lose a little bit of weight for it to fit nicely. Skirts. Right, what else? Right, we'll go on to this one. And I've pulled a chunk out of my top. Okay, well that's going to have to get sorted out. Okay, we'll start with this. It's from Dorothy Perkins. Again, I love the crystal-esque neckline. I'm loving necklines with detail at the moment, so I'm really liking that. And it's took half my jumper off with it. Not pleased. It's very interesting because it's like slightly dipped at the back, and it's got a sort of, I don't know how well you can see this. It's got a crossover detail and it's quite sheer at the back, so it's got like, you've got like a few layers of fabric at the back. I just think it's really pretty. I love the neckline. I love the blue. Let's see. This was £28, but again, I think I got a discount code. Dorothy Perkins seem to be issuing discount codes hand over feet at the moment. I don't know whether that's an indicator of anything, but yeah, sign up to the newsletter and you get a discount code pretty much every week. But I really like that actually, and it'll cover my waist bits, it'll cover my tummy, so that's a plus point. Next, the top that I've simultaneously ravaged, because I've seemed to have caught half the things. It's from H&M. I really love it, but note to self, don't put it near any jewellery or anything with it because it's just caught to hell, so I can't even find where it caught. Never mind. Anyway, I loved it. Again, blue and white, so quite a porcelain print. It's from their Divided range. It's quite an open weave, which has caused half the problem, as you can see. That's what it looks like. I don't know how well you can see how open weave it is, but yeah, it's very pretty. Again, you'd have to wear something underneath it because it is quite sheer, but I really like it. It's quite sloppy, it's quite light, so it'll be something you could wear during the spring summer months quite easily, just to say a throw on for an evening or something. That was in the sale. I'm not sure if it's still online anymore. Something else from H&M is something that's inside out. I've worn a couple of these items already because there was a bit of a delay in getting this video done, so I'll put it the right way around. Right, it's basically a turtleneck jumper, black, and it's a very fine rib knit. See how well you can see that. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe on the neckline. No, not really. It's a very fine rib. It's, yeah, I think it's a knit rib. I think this was only about £6. Now this was in the sale as well. I've worn this a couple of times already. It is probably the warmest jumper I own. every time I've worn it I've been ridiculously hot, but I love it. I love the black style. I'm a very firm believer in the phrase, if you don't know what else to wear, just go for black and team it up with accessories. So I've been wearing this with like a statement necklace every time I've wore it. But I do like it. I really like it. I like the finish, and it's quite slimming, but it's a warm jumper. My final H&M purchase, it's not my final H&M purchase. I'll go into this one first. The jumper I'm wearing, this black and white striped jumper, is also H&M, and it was also from the H&M sale. Again, I'm not sure if this is still online or in store, but it was from the sale rack. You can't see it here because I'm not going to get up, unfortunately, but it's got a little zip tab detail at the back, which is really nice. Slightly longer at the back than it is at the front, but again, it's a really nice jumper. It's quite a thin knit, but sometimes I find thin knits can be quite warm, so it is. But yeah, really liking it. Black and white. I'm not usually one for horizontal stripes, but I'm not minding this so much. Right, next item is something I nearly sent back. I think it's a lot of money for what it is. And it's one of those things that you'll either think, yeah, that's gross, or you'll like it. Again, it's a rib knit, and it's a skirt. It's a very sort of autumnal, my mum called it poo brown. It's almost got a sort of tanny camel feel to it. But again, it's a rib knit, and it's a sort of slight A-line skirt, elasticated waist again. This is another one that looks a tiny bit ridiculous at the minute because it's really a bit too tight. But I do quite like it, and I don't know what it is about it I like. It has that sort of 70s feel that's around at the moment, but without going the full suede hog. Yeah, it's that sort of weird nylon-y stuff that you get from the 70s. Yeah, I think this was either 28 or 38 pound or something ridiculous, which I think was a lot of money for what it is. But again, there was an H&M discount code, so I got it that way. Yeah, I do like it. I've got to say, I do like it. It's quite a heavyweight one, so it would like transition from winter to summer. You could wear it winter as well with some thick tights. Yeah, I think I will wear it lots, but as I say, I think it is pricey for what it is. My final item is something that you might have vaguely seen if you read my Into Metro Centre fashion show post on my blog. I was originally intending to wear the black jumper with a statement necklace, some jeggings, brogues, yeah, that sort of thing. And when I put the jumper on, the day it was far too hot. Thankfully, I'd ordered something from QVC of all places. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I've actually got QVC on the background at the moment, and some of their clothes, yes, are a little bit old-fashioned, a little bit weird and all the rest of it. But to be honest, I think you've got to look beyond that, beyond anything. Don't say, I'm not going to buy clothes in there because, oh, they're all old-fashioned, I won't even bother to look. Oh, look everywhere. I'm not, as much as I buy a lot of clothes in H&M and a Primark and things like that, I wouldn't ever stop us looking elsewhere for clothes. And I think QVC do actually have some quite funky things. I mean, you might watch it and you might think, that's horrible, that's horrible, that's horrible, that's too old women-y. But there will be some gems somewhere. And this top, it's going to be a love-hate item. You're going to love it or you're going to hate it. But I like colour. I love colour. I love swirly patterns. I love psychedelic. And this top came from Butler & Wilson. And Butler & Wilson, massive fashion jewellery brand, but they also do a range for QVC, and I think in their stores, clothing and accessories. And all other things, so it's quite wee out. I mean, you get things with like animals on, and I've got one of their Three Little Kittens t-shirts. I don't know if you remember the story from when you were tiny, Three Little Kittens who lost their mittens. It's got that on. But this was one of the most sort of stylised pieces, and as I say, it's a love-hate thing. It is as gaudy as they come. It's like proper rainbow print, but I absolutely love it. It's got a slightly blurry look in real life, but I think that adds to it when you're wearing it. You don't notice as much as when you're wearing it, but it gives it a slightly trippy feel. Again, as I say, I've worn this. The fabric is absolutely beautiful though. I don't know how well you can see it. It is the silkiest, smoothest fabric. I'm trying to find out what it is because it's absolutely beautiful. It's a polyester elastane mix, but it is so silky and so smooth and so lovely. It's just one of those fabrics you could sit and stroke. It actually feels silk-like. It's so nice. I love this. It was in the sale. I think it was about 30 something pound in this, on one of their last clicks clearance page. But I absolutely love it. I really do. And I've since ordered another piece from QVC, which you're going to see in my next clothing haul. Don't rule anywhere out when it comes to looking for clothes. As I say, we can all be snobbish and say, oh, I'm not going to buy clothes from there, I won't buy clothes from there, oh, they won't have anything that suits. But believe me, look, you might find some gems. So, that was my clothing haul. I've already got another one planned. I've already started getting some parcels in, so we will see. So yeah, that was my clothing haul. I've got a link below to my blog post that's going to accompany this video, where you'll be able to see some better video pictures of things. I'll also link to the iced rainbow necklace post, because that's got a post in its own right. Yeah, and I'll also link to my Instagram so you can see a picture of my Jessie Catney's bunny ears. Please do follow us on Instagram. I post lots of things, hauls, cats, food, the usual things you get on Instagram. So do that. By all means, subscribe. I love it if you subscribe to my videos. It's nice to know that people are watching. And yeah, I will see you later this week with my February, March favourites. Bye bye.